Yeah, this gonna be like the last time I'm supposed to like. Oh my God, girl. Whoa. You're really gonna pretend that you really want to go on for this.
Already? You too young to have bones cracking.
I think we need to let it. Oh, she's so small. Yeah. Look at you. She's gonna go on through the paperbacks for all the. I think I'm. No, no. Hey, Mr. Hanks, you gonna have some. Yeah, Mr. Elman. Here. Oh. Yeah, I would have here. Yeah. Wait. Oh. Yeah, you need one. This is, bro. Why did you do that, bro? Are you still scared? No, bro. You didn't kill me. Could beat it. Hi. What? He's alive right there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it's not like yeah. What up? I see you. How you feeling? Are you upset? Yeah. Let's go. I didn't know it was not gonna be like this. What's the you got something to do today? I said, I'm just going today. And he said, oh, it's serious. I gotta go. You put the phone together? That's what they would get the table. Yeah, you just move slow. Oh, Hey, shoot me, Johnson. I believe it. So you need all the video? Wait. Okay. Okay. All right. I can't see. That's so bright. Next time, I'm really in line. Stop putting it in my eyes!
I think they made Ryan see let his name Ryan play.
Okay. All right, you tell me that. Okay. All right.
What happened?
Say he moved on with his daughter, so he probably did it.
The flyest and conversation.
Yeah. Okay. But I was I put 7 people in short suit. Yes. I thought it was gonna be in the sky. Like this is she is like a large percentage. You know, it's like certain amount of whole people. They will guarantee all of it.
It's her.
I just need to see the lights.
You know, you got to start singing. Yeah.
Check. All right. If everyone can find their seats, everyone can find a seat, or you can stand by the table. But kids in the back, you guys can find a seat, not on the floor, guys.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us in our first literacy night of the year. And this one, oh, thank you. Can you get a little round of applause? All right, so our first literacy night of the year was inspired by the students of Gateway Academy. Clap it up for the students of Gateway Academy. This was inspired by the students of Gateway Academy. Yes. The reason it was inspired by the students is because around the room, by the tables, hanging up in a variety of places, are poems written by 5th and 8th graders about 8th graders wrote about their story as Black and brown students of the school, and our 5th graders did a unit study on Langston Hughes, and they were so inspired and wrote personal stories after their inspiration of Langston Hughes. So please take some time to take and read those as you kind of circulate around the room. And we have a very special night. We have students who are going to be doing short presentations about their project on Black History Month. Our 7th graders, clap it up for our 7th graders. Led by their social studies teacher, Miss Pomerantz. We also have one man that inspired me very much. He's gonna do something. Did you choose Martin Luther King? Did you decide which one?
I think I'll do the Mountaintop.
Okay, he's gonna do the Mountaintop speech. Kyle Brown, give it up for Kyle Brown. We have a beautiful vendor from Be the Difference Clothing who always comes to support our school, Miss Joy. Clap it up for Miss Joy. We have our very own dean, who is not only our awesome dean, but he is our musician, poet, just calms us down. He does everything. Our mediator, author now. Clap it up for Dean Johnson. We have more people coming, but in the house still, she's dedicated to her craft. Not only is she an amazing chef, but she is a poet. Q, give it up for Q. So, I wanted to make sure that this night happened because this week is actually across the nation, is Read Across America, and it's happening right after Black History Month, but to me, growing up as a young man in Jersey City, I was inspired by Black culture. I learned how to read. For those of you who don't know what a CD is, a CD is how we listened to music back in the day, and it came in a little booklet. And I learned how to read by reading the lyrics that came on every CD booklet, because it wasn't just I could stream it. I had to go, and I was like, if I paid all this money for a CD, I'm gonna read and look at all the pictures and take advantage of all these things that came with the CD. So I was inspired by Black culture, poetry, music, helped me get through my middle school years, helped me get through my high school years, and I couldn't have been where I am. I got a bachelor's degree, I got 2 master's degrees, and I was able to get to where I am because of how Black culture, poetry, music, speeches, all of it just inspired me. And so I said I have to do this night. Even this is my first time doing this, I think it's gonna grow, because when people see like this is a nice little vibe we got going on, it's a little cafe, it's nice and chill. We're just gonna have a good time just listening. There's some snacks right here. We're gonna open up the food a little bit later on. But there's some snacks as you go along. If you want some drinks, these are soda drinks in the back for the kids and the adults. We're just gonna have a chill, good time. And we're gonna start off by, the kids are getting nervous. We were so confident earlier. We're gonna start off with the kids being able to do some presentations for us. We're gonna do a couple, maybe 2 or 3, Ms. Pomerantz for now, and then we're gonna get into some of the adults. Okay. So, do you know who's going first?
I don't know if you're in, but probably
I did.
Sorry, guys.
Hello, hello. My name is this is my man James Brown, and this is one of his nicknames, Soul Brother Number One. Yeah, and I'm doing a presentation on it. So here's background knowledge on James Joseph Brown, aka Mr. Dynamite, aka the Godfather of Soul. He was born on May 3rd, 1933, and died on December 25th. He was a singer, songwriter, and dancer, and but how was his life? This will all be answered in this presentation. Here's his early life. As I already said, his full name was James Joseph Brown. I already said that his birthday, which is 1933. He was born in Stockton, South Carolina, and he found solace in music, especially since he didn't have much to lean on. So he went to church, and he got inspiration from gospel. So since he got inspiration. He joined the Cremona Trio while 13, but was then arrested in 1946 for petty theft at the age of 16. Am I going too fast? I'm sorry. Yeah. He joined the Gospel Starlighters, or Avons, depending on where they presented, in 1953. They used a scat thing instead of using it as horns because he didn't have money to afford them. Next slide, please. Here's his life during his career. James Brown, he came into fame with the Famous Flames, which was the group he started with, the Gospel Starlighters. Famous Flames kind of has a bit of irony to the name because he came to fame with the Famous Flames. His first hit was Please, 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 and it was recorded in 1956. This reached number 6 on the Billboard charts, and also had songs that hit the charts, such as the one that was playing at the start. He also came into fame because of his showmanship and his eccentric performance. Next slide. His obstacles. James Brown, as I said, lives in a shack, but what I didn't say was that he was really poor, like he didn't have no necessities like we do. He was also kicked out of school at 12 for not having proper clothing, and he had domestic violence charges, which, if you don't know, was basically like hitting a partner, abuse, things like that. He also had financial troubles in the 90s. Next slide, please. Accomplishments. James was a very accomplished man, only adding to his amazing resume. Here's a rundown of a couple of accomplishments that he had. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which is an amazing accomplishment. He had 17 singles to reach number 1 on the Billboard, and and he won a Lifetime Achievement Award at the Grammys, which is amazing for James Brown. Next slide, please. Fun facts. Did you know that James Brown likes steak? He also shut down a violent riot by performing at a concert, and he also worked with Lil Richie, which is another black artist that was on our Black History Month project. Yeah, next slide, please. Here's my conclusion. As a conclusion, I want to point out real life. I want to point out that my grandparents probably listened to him, and their parents probably listened to James Brown. And he was also sampled by Kanye West and Dr. Dre. So, and he also inspired Michael Jackson and Prince. So, to me, I feel like he inspired a whole generation of singers and dancers, in my opinion. So, and that's it for my James Brown presentation.
All right, give it up one more time for Kamari up here. So, Dr. Davis whispered it under her breath, but he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and for a black man at that time, nowadays we're seeing it happen a lot more, especially with hip hop, but it wasn't as common, right? To get a Lifetime Achievement Award from the Grammys at that time, it wasn't a common thing. So it was a big deal for him to have those accomplishments. So that was great. Thank you, Kamarion. All right, our next presenter is going to be Janika Vega.
Either this corner or that corner.
You want to say it?
This is my presentation about Jackie Robinson. My name is and I'm doing Jackie Robinson. The first African American to be in baseball. Who is Jackie Robinson and what is he known for? He was born on April 15, 1947. Jackie Robinson became the first African American to play Major League in baseball and modern era. He was later became the first African American named a vice president at a Fortune 500 company. Served as an vision to politics, stand and moving development company, and was a key figure in advancing equal opportunity and first-class citizenship for all Americans during the civil rights movement of 1950s and the 60s. Hailed a freedom line before freedom rights. Robinson's name was become synonymous with breaking barriers. Background information on Jackie Robinson. Jackie Robinson was born January 1st, 1919, as I already said, and at the Georgia, the son of Schmitz Conferson and the grandson of former slaves. Young Jackie grew up in Pasadena, California, raised by a single working mother of 5. 15. After graduation from Pasadena Junior College, Jackie attended the University of California, Los Angeles. A star athlete, Jackie became the university first four sport letter winner, excelling in football, basketball, track and field, and baseball. After leaving UCCA in UCLA, he served in the U.S. Army during the World War War II, but was counted, maintained, and honorably charged for standing up for his rights and refusing to move to the back of the segregated military bus in 1944, upcoming returning home for the military. Jackie Robinson set his sights on joining baseball league, Negroes leagues, and becoming shortstop for the Kansas City Royals. In 1945, opportunity Beckett with Rich Richmond, the general manager of the Brooklyn Dodgers, invited Robertson to become the first. What obstacles or challenges did Jackie Robertson face? Growing up, he excelled at sports and attended the University of California at Los Angeles, where he was the first athlete to letter in 4 varsity sports: baseball, basketball, football, and track. After financial difficulties forced Robinson to drop out of UCLA, he joined the Army in 1942, and he was commissioned as a second lieutenant. After protesting instances of racial discrimination during his military service, Robertson was made in 1944. Ultimately, though, he was honored discharge. What did Jackie Robertson accomplish? On April 15, 1947, Jackie Robertson, at age 28, became the first African-American player in a Major League Baseball's modern era when he stepped into Edges Fields in Brooklyn to compete for the Brooklyn Dodgers. Robertson broke the Collin Canyons barriers in a spot that had been segregated for more than 50 years. Exactly 50 years later, on April 15, 1997, Robertson's groundbreaking career was honored, and his uniform number 42 was retired from Major League Baseball by Commission Bud Sage and ceremony attended by over 50,000 fans at New York City's Shea Stadium. Robertson's number was the first even number retired by all teams in the league.
You got this.
You got this.
Let's go, Jackie. Top. Knock it out.
Fun facts about Jackie Robinson. Robinson was born January 31st, 1919, in Canoe, Georgia. He was the youngest of 5 children and was raised by his mother, Mallory, who moved the family to Pasadena, California. Number 2, Robinson's middle name was Roosevelt. It's a nod to President Theodore Roosevelt, who died less than a month before Robinson was born. Matthew Robertson, Jackie's older brother, helped inspire him to pursue athletic invasions at the highest level. Matthew Matthew won silver medal in the 200-meter dash at 1936 Olympics in Berlin, finishing behind American track and field legend Jesse Owens.
Robertson attended UCLA from 1939 to 41 and lettered in 4 sports for the Bruins: baseball, football, basketball, and track and field.
Conclusion: Jackie Robinson made an impact on other people's lives by being the first African American to play in Major League Baseball. It was brave of him to do so because there were only white players in the Dodgers, and the whites could have been biased against him since he was the only African American on the team. So he could have had it rough. He went through it when he made his first game debut on April 15, 1947. Jackie Robinson made his historical Major League for the Brooklyn Dodgers against the Boston Braves at Evans Field with the final score of Brooklyn Dodgers 5, Boston Braves 3. The Dodgers won 5-3, and Robinson seventh inning.
He won his first game and made history. Now more African Americans can play baseball.
Literacy is not just about reading, writing, but it is the oral part of it. It is difficult to be in front of anyone to speak, whether you wrote it, whether it's an original poem, whether it's something that you're reading someone else. This is difficult, guys. So students, for those of you who actually are coming up here, it is incredibly difficult. So I salute you guys for having the courage to do so. This is a big deal. Mr. Hanks knows. Mr. Hanks, how many shows have you been in? Countless? Dozens of, what can we say, hundreds maybe?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. And it's difficult, right? Even teachers have a difficult time sometimes in front of kids, adults. So I know Ms. Hampton says it all the time, public speaking is the hardest thing, right? So salute to you guys for doing this in front of a lot of strangers. All right, next, we have a man that has inspired me in many ways. Give it up to Kyle Brown.
I really don't need a microphone here. Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. is very famous for his I Have a Dream speech, but this one is one of my favorite speeches by him. They call it the Mountaintop speech. Now, he did this speech on April 3rd, 1968. Why is that important? It is important because he was assassinated on April 4th, 1968. Literally the day after he did this speech. So for the youth who may not have heard this speech before, he's very prophetic, meaning he's very predictive about what is going to happen to him in the very near future. What he talks about right here, as I get ready to start, is that someone made an attempt on his life before he was assassinated. And what some people don't know is that an African American woman that was upset and mentally ill tried to stab him in the heart. She did stab him, but it was so close to his heart and they were able to save him that if he would have sneezed, he would have died. So he talks about what would have happened if he would have sneezed. And I want to say tonight that I too am happy that I didn't sneeze. Because if I had sneezed, I wouldn't have been around here in 1960 when students all over the South started sitting in at lunch counters. And I knew that as they were sitting in, they were really standing up for the best in the American dream. And taking the whole nation back to those great wells of democracy which were dug deep by the founding fathers in the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. If I had sneezed, I would not have been around here in 1961 when we decided to take a ride for freedom and end segregation and interstate travel. If I had sneezed, I would not have been around here in 1962 when Negroes in Albany, Georgia decided to straighten up their backs. And whenever men and women straighten up their backs, they are going somewhere. Because a man can't ride your back unless it is bent. If I had sneezed, I wouldn't have been here in 1963 when the black people of Birmingham, Alabama aroused the consciousness of the nation and brought into being the Civil Rights Bill. If I had sneezed, I would not have had a chance later that year in August to try to tell America about a dream I had had. If I had sneezed, I would have not been in Selma, Alabama to see the great movement there. If I had sneezed, I would not have been in Memphis to see a community rally around those brothers and sisters who are suffering. I'm so happy I didn't sneeze. And they were telling me, no, it doesn't matter now. It really doesn't matter what happens now. I left Atlanta this morning, and as we got on the plane, there were 6 of us. The pilot said over the public address system, "We are sorry for the delay, but Doctor, Martin Luther King is on the plane. And to be sure that all the bags were checked, and to be sure that nothing would be wrong with on the plane, we had to check out everything carefully. And we've had the plane protected and guarded all night. And then I got into Memphis. And some began to say the threats, or talk about the threats that were out. What would happen to me from some of our sick white brothers? Well, I don't know what will happen now. We've got some difficult days ahead. But it really doesn't matter with me now, because I've been to the mountaintop, and I don't mind. Like anybody, I would love to live a long life. Longevity has its place, but I'm not concerned about that now. I just want to do God's will, and He's allowed me to go up to the mountain, and I've looked over, and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we, as the people, will get to the promised land. And I'm so happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. Thank you.
All right, one more time for Kyle Brown. All right, from Life Camp. All right, go plug.
Yeah, like this.
All right, Miss Joy, are you ready, Miss Joy? I don't know how we follow. That's a tough follow. All right, Miss Joy, give it up for Miss Joy.
Okay, thank you. Hey, everybody, how are you? That's a hard act to follow, being that, we hear from Dr. Martin Luther King. If he was alive now, that's probably how he would sound. But anyhow, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself and why I'm here. My name is Joy, and Be the Difference is a company that I actually print for. We do positive messages on clothing. And once I started that, I branched off into somehow writing books. And if I can inspire you guys, I'll tell you how I got started writing books. I was getting my hair done, ironically, and somebody was like, we want to see more African American women do poetry and writing instead of, not only just doing music and sports. So I said, are you challenging me? And I was like, I guess so. So I took that as a challenge, and that's how we have 7 books. Wow. So these books are all quite personal, and they relate to everybody because I was inspired by things that have personally happened to me, things that I've seen, and also just everyday life. So I'll just take a little excerpt from each book and let me know if you like them or not. I'll start with, might as well start with number 1, right?
Yeah.
Where it all started.
Yeah.
So basically what I was doing was I was posting my personal quotes on social media every single day for about a year. And at the time I was trying to get more people to be interested in the clothing brand. So they said the algorithm worked that way. So that's why the name of the books are called Quotes That Make You Say, oh, from Instagram to your hand. And I didn't want to take anything from anywhere because I was always afraid of being sued. So I said, might as well just do my own thing. Once people liked it, I said, let me go ahead and flip through and see what we get. So I'm going to read on each side. The key to a satisfying life is finding your purpose. The key to a satisfying life is finding your purpose. What I meant by that is if you really want to feel what happiness is, if you want to feel what complete WHOL-ness is, then find out what your purpose is. A lot of times, the best way to find out what your purpose is to actually take a look at yourself in the mirror, find out who you truly are, connect with God, your maker, creator, or whoever you believe in to find out what your true purpose is. And that's when all of the happiness will come. Yes, there will be bumps, ups and downs in the road, but it doesn't matter. As long as you follow your purpose, you will have the key to satisfaction. I'm big into the gym, or I'm trying to get back into it.
It says, a workout ain't a workout until you're sore in places you never could be sore in. And let me tell you, when I wrote that, my big toe and my pinky toe was sore, and I'd never felt that before. So that's where that quote came from. All right, so.
Well, you come and grab it.
No, that's okay, that's okay, I got it.
I'm right here.
That's okay, I got it. Thank you, though. My second book, ironically, I do not have anymore because I used to produce socks. And I put my second book only on socks. Once I sold out all of my book for part 2 on socks, it does not exist anymore. That was my promise to everyone, that I would only make it selective to people that bought my socks. So my part 2 book is in places all over the world. Be inspired by that. In places all over the world. You can be in places all over the world and not have to be there. Your words and your spirit can be there. Just remember that as you go along. So we're gonna go with book number 3. This one is a little bit about love. So if you wanna get your little swag bag, you wanna flip through here. So let's see what it stops at. May the feeling of success never get old. May the feeling of success never get old. The next quote, it says, a simple hello may be simple to you, but could mean the world to someone else. A simple hello may be simple to you, but could mean the world to someone else. That basically says you never know who may need your word. You never know who may be lonely, who may be tired, who may be sick. But by you saying hello or smiling, you can make somebody's day. You can save a life. So remember, whatever you do can absolutely make a difference in someone's life, whether good or bad. Just remember that. So we'll go to part 4, which is a lot of people's favorites. This one, I was heavy into doing vision boards at the time. So I kind of put all of the quotes that relate to vision boards and your future in here. So we'll flip through again and see what happens. I like to do that because I want it to be natural, and maybe it might inspire whoever may be listening or hearing or whatever, okay? So let's see what we get. Fast money ain't lasting money. Be aware. Fast money ain't lasting money. Be aware. That basically says, be careful what you get into. Just because you see or it appears that somebody is making a whole lot of money quick, that doesn't mean that it was legit. It doesn't mean that it's gonna last, and it doesn't mean that they know how to reinvest and make that thing work for them for the future. So please, don't look at everything else that everyone is doing and think that it's gonna be something that lasts, okay? All right. I'd rather be a distant memory than an old, annoying bloodstain. I'd rather be a distant memory than an old, annoying bloodstain. Let that sink in. Now we'll go to book 5. This one is Self-Reflections, quotes that make you reflect. Can you see now from my heart to your hand? These are my personal thoughts that I can actually express in a book. So let's see what we have. The more I love, the less I want to suffer. The more I love, the less I want to suffer. When you fall in love with life, there's no way you'll want to miss a beat. When you fall in love with life, there's no way you want to miss a beat. Basically, once you really know who you are and love yourself, you're not gonna wanna miss a beat. You're not gonna wanna miss a moment. You're gonna cherish everything. You're gonna cherish the people around you. You're gonna cherish the good, the bad, and the ugly, because it's making your life even more sweet. That's that book. Number 6. I published this one in August of 2025. Yeah. And it was by accident, because I had sworn after book 5 that I was never going to write again. Notice how that's the trend. I don't want to do something, but I end up doing it anyway. It takes time. Let that sink in. And this other one, you are loved. You are loved. Please never forget that. Even if people don't physically say it to you, you are loved. You made it into this world. You are loved. God, your maker, creator, or whoever you believe in, saw it fit that you would reach whatever age you're at currently and may live beyond. You are loved. You have a purpose. Never give up, never quit. My book 7, the reason why I created it is called 7 Years Later, Perfection, the Grand Finale. The reason why it was created is because I figured, I can write a book in 7 years, within seven books within 7 years. That 7 is a number of completion or perfection, so why not? And also, the other cool thing about it is, my first year I wrote 2 books. My 7th year I wrote 2 books. So, this was published in December 11th, 2025. Also, guys, don't let anything stop you. I did all of this on my own. Again, I can't take all of the credit, but as far as finding out how to publish, self-publish, and not wait for somebody to do it for me, I am not going to let anybody stop me from doing anything. Neither should you. So let's see what we have. If I had $1 billion, the other billionaires would try to take the air out of my derriere. If I had $1 billion, the other billionaires would try to take the air out of my derriere. So there's competition, so be careful what you wish for. Be content with what you have. Paying homage to the past by being present in the future. That goes back to Martin Luther King and people who were trailblazers for us. Paying homage to the past by being present in the future. That means don't squander people's time when they have put and sacrificed their life so you can have the comforts that you have now, i.e. your parents, your caretakers, whoever. Please be present and do something. So that is all I have for you today. If you want to follow me, you can go on all social media platforms at B as in boy, T as in Tom, D as in dog, LLC. I'll also be outside, but please be encouraged. Never give up, never quit. Keep pushing no matter what. You are our future, and I'm glad to be here so I can invest in it. Thank you.
One more time. Big shout out to Miss Joy. All right, next we got the poet, the artist. Give it up for Miss Q.
Y'all know I don't need the mic, right? Right. All right. So first, we got to give it up to Mr. Fab for having this. I know everybody don't understand that young words are powerful. Let me tell you, before I was a chef, I was a young lady who was inspired by words. Well, I was more so inspired by letters. So I know that there are 26 letters, so they can make up even different words. So when I was around, I want to say, little mama's age, my mom, because I couldn't go to summer school because I got straight A's when I was a kid. So she made me read the dictionary every year with my grandparents. So I learned more words to help myself because I wasn't the person that, as I am today, that could voice myself, if that makes sense. I couldn't say the things I needed to say. I always wrote it down. So once I learned different words, I was able to start saying them. So when people want to do fights and all those things, young people, you can shut them down with words if you just, you know? And you don't have to put your fist on anybody. And I've done that. And it's possible. Just like I know it's possible for us to get better in reading and progressing. Shout out to you young people. I'm going to orate one. It is Women's History Month. And my she-wrote is Maya Angelou. So this poem I read when I was about, I want to say 9, 10. and it inspired me more to write for myself. It's called Cage Birds. A free bird leaps on the back of the wind and floats downstream to the current ends and dips his wing into the orange sun rays and dares to claim the sky. But a bird that stalks down his narrow cage can seldom see through his bars of rage. His wings clipped, his feet tied, so he opens his throat to sing. The cage bird sings with a fearful trill of things unknown but long for still, and his tone is heard on a distant hill, for the cage bird sings of freedom. The free bird thinks of another breeze and trade winds soft through the sea and trees, and the fat worms waiting on the dawn bright lawn, and he names the sky his own. But a cage bird stands on a grave of dreams. His shadow shouts in a nightmare of screams. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. The cage bird sings with a fearful thrill, and things unknown but long for still. His tone is heard in a distant hill, but the cage bird sings freedom. Thank you. I wrote a piece in 2024, and I just elevated it tonight as we got here. So bear with me, everyone. It's going to be quick, too. It's funny how God changed my situation, moved me past mountains and into revelations. No coincidence that my life be evident, more live in the remnants I'm living in today. Closer to my 40s, and I don't have no grace. Body, mind, and spirit turned into whole, creating an alignment that pierced through my soul. Draped with his fabric, my faith is above and never beneath. But that's why you don't see average in my plane. I'm navigated through this game. His love, it's everlasting. You don't know, you shouldn't run past it. Actually, you should grab it. Because see, if we miss it, we miss that golden ticket. Realize our life is more than worth it, it's significant. Every day your eyes open, be on that mission. See the plan, remain focused. If you don't see it, believe me, because the words were already chosen before they were spoken. Given as a talent, but it's my pH to my balance. So listen, center thyself. Here's the challenge of thoughts. How's your situation going to change if you remain the same? I'm just saying, change the game. Thank you.
Yes, Chef Kim, give it up one more time. We have another special guest in the house. I'm gonna have Dean Johnson, Darrell Johnson, come on.
So good evening, everyone. As y'all all know, I am Dean Johnson, also known as Darrell Johnson, also known as the Composer Well. I have a brother that I invited just to come and share out with us tonight. His name is Priceless. And this young brother, I met him at the recording studio a few years ago. He's just an all-around dope young brother. He holds a space on Monday evenings here in the city of Newark, where it's like you have scholars that come, and he has like a healing circle. And within this healing circle, he allows the youth that's in the community to come by, as well as the adults in the community too. One of the last times that I stopped by, he had Mayor Ron Baraka in the house as well. But the things that he do is just like super awesome. So I'm gonna allow him to be able to share more about him. So y'all just in for a treat. Welcome, Priceless, y'all.
Yes. How we feeling? How we feeling? Nah, not at all, not at all. I don't know about that, man. So I don't quite like that introduction, so I'm gonna do it a little different, right? So you guys are gonna repeat after me. I am amazing.
I am amazing.
I am great.
I am great.
I am beautiful.
I am beautiful.
I am smart.
I am smart.
And I can do anything.
And I can do anything.
With my heart.
With With my heart.
Now let's say that again with some attitude. I am amazing.
I am amazing.
I am great.
I am great.
I am beautiful.
I am beautiful.
I am smart.
I am smart.
I am caring.
I am caring.
And I can do anything.
And I can do anything.
With my heart.
With my heart.
Absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. Now give it up for yourselves. I too might not need this microphone, so I'm gonna just speak to you guys directly, right? So, just like Brother Darrell said, Brother Dean said, is that my name is Priceless, right? I was given that name years ago, and it stuck with me and evolved, and actually I honed it into the person that I am today. It didn't mean that years ago. It didn't mean the same that it meant today. But, through hard work, through perseverance and everything like that, I was able to mesh myself with the name, right? And that is something that I believe each and every one of you guys should feel about yourselves, that you are priceless. This is not just a name, but it's a lifestyle. It's something that you have to embody, right? You have to own that. Nobody can tell you that. You have to know that for yourself, right? Just like the affirmations, what I said in the beginning. I am amazing, I am great, I am beautiful, I am smart, I am caring, and I can do anything with my heart. So that's nobody else telling you that. This is you telling that to yourself. So the level of conviction that you have to say that with, it has to be up there. All right? So you giving yourself that power, you giving yourself that charge. All right? So I'm gonna move a little further with this thing. I know you guys got to get out of here and everything like that, but just to give you a little briefing on myself, I'm a hip hop yoga artist, right? So hip hop yoga meaning I combine the art of yoga with hip hop. So I'm able to, my signature is to be able to rap on top of my head in a headstand formation. So while the mic is on the floor, I'm in a headstand formation and I'm rapping at the same time. So that is incorporating breath, focus, body movement, and you can attribute that to comedic yoga, right? So that has a lot to do with your breathing techniques, right? Breathing has a lot to do, is the focal point to me of life, right? So in order for anything to work, it's breath. Breath is the most important thing. If you think about it, you take a breath before anything, before a response, before a thought, before a decision, you'll be much better off, right? Am I right or am I wrong?
Right.
A lot of time when we act off an impulse, we usually end up in the wrong place, right? But if we take a step back and we take a chance to breathe, right? And give ourselves that little break, we'll end up making the right decision in our favor, all right? So make sure that you take heed to that. Like Brother Dean also said, I hold a fatherhood support group every Monday at Bradley Court from 5:30 to 7:30. Now this is an intergenerational group for males and females too, just as well. So intergenerational meaning we have younger and older folks combining and coming together as one in order to share wisdom, because they say iron sharpens iron, right? And I need, as an adult, I'll be much smarter and better off if I listen to the youth.
That's right.
And the youth, you'll be better and much smarter if you listen to your adults. Because we've been there. I can tell you what it is to be 40. You can't tell me what it is to be 40, right? And I can also tell you what it is to be 5 years old, 6, because I've been before, right? So just as well, we have to learn from each other, right? And you guys you guys too, just as well, because you guys know everything that's going on right now, what's trending, what's happening right now. So if we stay on board with you guys, we'll be what's happening and, you know what I'm saying, trending and able to communicate with you guys much better. Right or wrong?
Right.
All right, cool, absolutely. Other than this, I'm an ABA therapist. So I work with children and adults with autism and on the spectrum. So I work with behavioral issues and things like that, right? I do one-on-ones with my clients. So instead of the classroom where you guys are, where your teachers and your educators, they're here working with you guys in the classroom, I work with the children at home. So to be able to work with the family and the children all at once. It's a beautiful thing, trust me, because I feel a lot of the issues and a lot of the growing, and it starts there. It starts at home. So that's why I used to work in the school too just as well, but I preferably prefer working inside the home with the parents and the students. Through that work, I've started a YouTube show with my client. It's called the Carter's Creation Show. Carter with a K, Creations with a K. This show is basically talking about, we go on reviews, we do reviews in different restaurants and different spots, we go to museums, we talk about the museums, and this is just Carter being himself. You know, even labeled with autism and on the spectrum, it still shows and highlights that Carter can be as normal as anybody else. Carter draws at an exceptional rate. He draws from sight. So he's able to see something, look at something, and draw exactly that. I got started with Carter when he was 5 years old. He's 10 years old now. Carter has his own colored pencils. So instead of Crayola colored pencils, we have the Carter's Creations colored pencils. Right? Carter's mom was inspired also to write a book, to actually publish a book based on the work that Carter and I do. It's called Carter and the Seven Continents. This is where Carter actually, his drawings come to life. So Carter would draw something, let's say he draws an airplane. That airplane turns to life, and me and Carter would go on adventures to different continents and just view the world and go on different adventures. And through these different adventures, we collect puzzle pieces. And at the end of the story, those puzzle pieces come together and create the autism symbol, right? And shows and tells that anything is possible, right? Through hard work and dedication, right? So, yes, thank you. All right, you can press pause, okay? All right, say I'll call you back. Say, Daddy is calling you back. Thank you so much. My personal secretary, amazing. All right, what else? What else can I say, man? If there's anything that I want to leave with you guys today, right? This is something that I go by, and it's something that it was a message and a word that was given to me years ago when I was about 17, almost 18 years old, entering college. And I didn't take heed to it then, but it's something that I live by today. And it's the 5 Ps. Does anybody know what that is? Anyone? So I want you to etch this in your mind, okay? It's proper preparation prevents poor performance.
Oh.
Proper preparation prevents poor performance.
Mm-hmm.
All right? So that means if you prepare well, you perform well.
Mm-hmm.
All right? So I might not have all the proper preparation that I needed for this group right here, for me to actually present and be a speaker today, but in actuality I did, because life prepared me for this moment right here. I took heed to what was going on in my life. I didn't just let it pass me by and take it like it was nothing. In life, when we go through our challenges, we have to remember these things happen to us in order to grow us, in order to build us. Nothing happens by chance. The individuals that we come into contact with, they don't come into contact with us by chance, right? Everything is for a purpose. It's in order to have you grow. And remember, in order to grow, you have to be uncomfortable. It takes for you to be in an uncomfortable position. Just like you working out in the gym, in order to get those muscles, be strong, be lean, right? You have to break a couple things, right? Your body goes through a breaking point. There's pain involved into that, right? In order for you to look inside that mirror and say, wow, look at all that work. It looks good. It looks great. I feel good. I feel great. But you have to go through the pain and the mornings of waking up and going when you didn't want to go, right? And doing the things that you did not want to do. So in order to get something that we never had, we have to do things that we've never done before.
Right.
All right? So I want to thank you guys for having me today. I want to thank you for giving me your attention, for giving each and every one of the speakers their attention, because it's not an easy thing to get on this stage, right, and command attention of individuals. To see, like you have your attention right now, you guys could be anywhere in the world.
That's right.
You could be on your phones, you could be in your mind on different places, but you guys are focused on me right now, and I appreciate that, and I give thanks for that. All right. So can I end this off on a high note?
Yes.
Right? I told you guys about the hip hop yoga, so I want to showcase that a little bit for you guys, right? You guys ready?
We need you to come teach it.
You want me to teach it?
We're gonna talk after this. Yeah.
All right, cool. So I want you guys to repeat after me. I need your energy right now. I want you to say higher.
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 Higher. Higher.
Keep it going.
Higher. 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 Higher.
All right, cool. Can you hear me? I said, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's go. But Babylon, red, white, and blue. I rock red, black, and that green. I'm a man that knows what he wants and a man that does what he please. I got my shoes on. They ain't Louis V. I like the way they look at my feet. I'm a lefty, unorthodox, named Priceless, unique. Got a slight temper sometimes. Most times I'm all about that peace. Yeah. I put the Most High first, so I ain't got a war with that peace. The type of life that you live is the type of life that you live. I'm gonna make sure when I eat y'all, you can be sure that it's sweet. They piece together. I'm all together. No altering this technique. I've been all that since way back. Yeah. Since scratching on them techniques. Since gold caps and Elysees. Hooky parties in Brooklyn. Food stamps in a booklet. Still got 4 now I done took it. I'm priceless. Baby, no ifs, ands, buts, and maybes. I'm rolling with the fellas, but I'm focused on my baby. And the type of woman I love is the type of woman that'll fight. When it's dark out, she's light. I keep that fire burning all night. Peace.
Thank you again. Give it up for Priceless. All right. Listen, I know everyone is hungry. We got 2 more quick presenters. We have Dean Johnson. Dean Johnson's going to come up. And we have one more presenter after that. We have food from the weekend spot. So we're going to get some dinner tonight too, y'all. So I know you're hungry. We got some light snacks in the front. If you're still hungry, give it up for Dean Johnson.
Good evening, people. How we doing tonight? Good. So, as I introduced myself early on to those who don't know me, I am Dean Johnson. I'm from the city of Newark. I was born and raised. One of the poets that I grew up listening to a lot was Tupac Shakur, and that's my favorite rapper still to this day. To me, he's the greatest rapper of all time. Sorry for those Biggie lovers out there.
Right here.
There you go. However, through his art form, he more so like a news reporter of what was going on in our communities. So it wasn't to say that he was promoting the negative things that was going on. He just was more so like a reporter that we'd see on News 7 or CNN or Fox or what have you. So for me, through my raps, that's what I like to do as well, but I also like to touch on different topics that we go through as a people within our communities. So years ago, I had an aunt that passed away in 2009 from cancer. And, you know, that kind of like struck me, my family, what have you. So within these few raps here, you'll hear some of that stuff here. I've been a vegan for the last 10 years. I look in our communities, I see that we have food deserts, you know, because we don't always have healthy options that's nearby. So sometimes we'll succumb to the junk food and Takis like the children like to eat or what have you. So I like to touch on that stuff. I also just recently self-published a book titled My Hair is Beautiful. Thank you. It's a children's book, just empowering our youth to understand the power of their hair and for them to own their hair. Because a lot of times, our youth sometimes don't get that reinforcement, that encouragement to know that whatever hairstyle that they have, it's beautiful. We notice within our school community when scholars come into school, if they got a fresh haircut, they may try to keep a hat on their head because they're ashamed of their new style. So I wanted to have a book that encouraged them to understand your hair is beautiful as well. If you like to purchase, I got some copies at the end. Do you know how it feels to miss 3-4 meals and you got diabetes taking 30, 40 pills? You trying to get your knowledge up. You eating raw, trying to heal. But you out of work, you send resumes in, but they say you lack skills. You know it's a better way. It's okay. God got me right. He increased my appetite to fight through this rough night. They know they can't hold us down, so they try to steal our crown. Flip it round, kill our soul, and feed us they brutal brown. But we don't give up. They know we don't stay stuck. They taught us to just chase them bucks. Now our ladies ugly, but they still they butts. This ain't BK. They can't always have it their way. The nonsense they say, they took us away and thought they didn't have to pay. What's going on now? Can you feel me now? Can you feel me now? I'm speaking truth, can you hear me now? I wanted to go away, but post-traumatic stress won't let me rest. I'm looking in most houses, seeing women with no spouses, dudes digging in their blouses. How is this shame still going on today? We're being dragged away, excuses being made. We can't even see our children with all this technology. Excuses for the weak. She struggled just to make it through the week. Makeup to cover up the bags of defeat. Just because you wanted to go swimming in the streets. Be discreet with the lies you tell. Man, it won't last long. There's gonna be a lot of females that really has it going on. But you never leave your wife or your firstborn chasing skirt tails. Now the household torn. I see what's really going on. You cut the head, then the body will follow. That's really Satan model. We popping bottles every day. We got doubles on the weekend. Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta kick it with my bros. My beautiful people, this is not how it's supposed to go.
Okay, Dean.
Dean Johnson, I'd like to see you in your elements. You don't often see that side of you, so I appreciate that. We have one more presenter. This is Mr. Kyle Braxton. This is a former schoolmate of mine, but Edward never used to let me cheat on his math test. For real. Okay, come on up.
Have a better person to cheat on the math, right? It's all right, I did go to engineering school, so that's
Okay, this is
we need a conversation. Maybe that's the wrong word, but I have to believe words can unite a nation designed for the enslavement of not just minorities, but the weak-minded. And that's where they see greatness, by writing that defined dividing line, which might be fine to you depending on who had the line contrived. And I don't need life to be fair, I just need your open mind and eyes. See, we don't have a problem with police. If you remove his badge and put him in a judge's robe, he's the law. Or if you go to your bank manager, you ain't getting that house or car. What we have is a lesson in perception, but with weapons. See, this isn't blue versus black, some mutually exclusive either or, and therefore no need to even some perceived score. No, it's not the uniform, it's the person. And until we all change the way we think, it's just gonna worsen with every media outlet profiting from the bruises of both black and blues hurting. When we say Black Lives Matter, that's inclusive, not like my life matters while your lives don't. See, that's stupid. Listen, if I'm cut down, then bring that back. Whoop. If I'm cut down and you remain silent, and she's cut down and you're indifferent and mine, then your turn comes and you look to your side and all the voices are gone because you didn't stand alongside. And that's a shame. What if you were pointing this finger to blame, there were three pointed back at you, proving the same? This is truly insane. For generations, my people have marched, sang, protested against the same mess. We're seeing the same deaths. In the place of the same, we're seeing the same deaths in the face of the same murders. As if nobody heard them since Plessy versus Ferguson. And I'm truly fed up. And since it won't let up, I'll open a dialogue to anyone willing to try and talk so I can learn from your experience and you can learn from ours by and large. In a sense, nobody's innocent, but I'm eager to learn and decrease my own ignorance. So you can stand there, arms crossed, tight-lipped, pawning their game, or we can write our own rules, give each other a fair shake, have a discussion to see just what they're saying. You're not seeing the real enemy plot this checkmate and how your anger is misplaced. See, now's the time. After we galvanize, actions speak louder than hashtags can, and our lives matter. Thank you.
Right now, we're going to take a small break. There is food in the back. While we're eating, while we're getting our food, we do have two students that still need to present. So we're going to allow them to present while we're getting our food. Ms. Pomeranz? Okay. Who do you need? All right, let's go on. I'm going to card it to my baby.
Hello everyone, and today I have a presentation about basically the origin story and the upbringing of Kendrick Lamar.
Hey everybody.
First murder and 5 years of innocent. I was outside my apartment unit. A guy was out there serving his narcotics and somebody rolled up with a shotgun on his chest out. We kids playing in this apartment unit, riding bikes and whatnot, so immediately it does something to me right then and there. Let me know that this is not only something that I'm looking at, but it's something that maybe I have to get rid of.
Alright, this is part one, which is basically the origin story of Kendrick. Now, first question is, who is Kendrick Lamar? Kendrick Duckworth Lamar was born June 18, 1987 in Compton, California. And as we saw in the interview, he witnessed a murder at the young age of 5. Now, this was not the only violent part of Kendrick's life. And to cope with that, and being inspired by his 7th grade teacher, he began writing poems. Okay, this is part 2, Good Kid, Mad City. Now, as I said before, Kendrick at a young age was introduced to violence. So he started integrating that into his life by being included in gang affiliations and the drug business, which is the main topic of
I think his second studio album, The Kid Magic. Now, there's obstacles. This is the really interesting part. Now, Kendrick's obstacles not only started in his early life, but came with the fame. As with the fame came women, which became an issue as he was engaged. He doesn't feel comfortable talking about his problems, his past, his present, or even what his possible future could be. And he doesn't know how to resolve familial issues. And now we're getting into representation.
Kendrick Lamar has become the first non-classical or jazz musician to win the Pulitzer Prize for Music. And here he is with his hit single, Humble. This is off the album Damn, which you probably own. The administrator says the awards say the board picked Lamar unanimously, and they are proud of the selection. Kendrick Lamar.
Now, if you were paying attention, Kendrick won a Pulitzer Prize, which is one of the most prestigious music awards ever. And I was going to save this for fun facts, but Kendrick has 25 Grammys, which is the highest, which is the most amount a rapper at this time has. Now, why did I choose Kendrick? Why was Kendrick important? Kendrick's song, All Right, which is off his album To Pimp a Butterfly, is used in Black Lives Matter rallies to symbolize how the black community will one day find peace. And now for fun facts. He's related to another rapper, Baby Keem. He's related to basketball player Nick Young, which just shows his family is full of different talents. And if you watched Black Panther, you would know he did the soundtrack for the Black Panther. Yeah. And that is it.
Hey y'all. Bear with me. I wrote my note cards like not even an hour ago with paper I stole from my sister. So can we give her a round of applause? Good evening, Gateway families and staff. My name is Val Zamora, and I will be presenting Aretha Franklin's legacy. The introduction. Aretha Franklin was an American singer who sung many different genres of music such as soul, jazz, blues, pop, rhythm and blues, or also known as R&B, rock, and opera. Franklin was mostly known for her impact of soul music and was even nicknamed the Queen of Soul. Franklin's covers on other songs were a lot more popular than the original version of the song. In her early life, Aretha Louise Franklin was born on March 25th, 1942 in Memphis, Tennessee. Although she was raised in Detroit, Michigan, her parents divorced when she was 6 years old. And her first album was recorded when she was only 14 years old. Some of Aretha's obstacles she faced when she was younger was, as I previously mentioned, her parents divorced when she was 6 years old. Her expectations were set by her father mostly, because her mother had passed when she was only 10 years old, and these expectations were extremely high, especially for a child that young. And Aretha also had her first son only at the age of 12. Some of the accomplishments Aretha was able to achieve in her career was she was the first woman to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Franklin also also won 18 Grammys total in her career. She was also the first woman ever to have 7 consecutive #1 hits on Billboard charts. Some fun facts about her are that Aretha actually taught herself to play piano, learning by ear, and her cover of the song Respect, not only is it the most popular version of the song, It's also played at many civil rights protests. She also sung at a memorial for Martin Luther King Jr. and her father was actually a very close friend of Martin Luther King Jr. She got the nickname Queen of Soul because her voice had so much emotion to it due to with pain from her past. In conclusion, Franklin died on August 16th, 2018. She died of pancreatic cancer, which is a kind of cancer that targets her cells. The emotion in her voice played a massive part in her success, and she sold more than 75 million records in her entire career. Aretha Franklin proves that no matter where you come from or what you go through, you are able to find success, and I am honored to help carry out her legacy. Thank you.
Make sure you guys grab something to drink. It's stuff to drink.
Next up is Pomerantz.
Yes! Yes! Who's up next? Who's next?
That's it.
Yes, that's it.
Congratulations.
I want to be next.
You can hear my voice one time. You can hear my voice say yes?
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to close out for Mr. Vagos. He had to leave. But I do want to say something. And if you all don't know this about me, I hate getting up in front of people, right? So this has been a thing for me since I've joined Gateway. My team knows it about me. I hate those staff meetings that y'all see me in. They're torture for me. I hate getting up. But I leaned into my team because I know, like, they're good at it. So I'm going to read my notes because I have to write notes. So first of all, thank you for coming out. I feel like God bless me tonight. I'll get to that part. Thank you for coming out to support our Black History Poetry Night and Literacy Night. As principal, I truly lean into my team for creative ideas, and Fabros did not disappoint with this one. I am really impressed with his ideas and what he came up with for this, and I hope that we continue this every year and it gets bigger and bigger and more people come out. Once we put this on social media and everybody sees how good it was, hope we have more interaction with this program. So I appreciate each of you for helping make this special, because my teachers are here. They have supported our kids with their projects. They've been working really hard on these poems. And this is something that we have never done before. So to have them come up in front and do these presentations and poems takes a lot of courage. Even for me as an adult, I struggle. So just having them up here, so let's give them another round of applause. But I don't want to leave without saying this. This celebration highlights the power of literacy, creativity, and expression within our school and within our community. Events like this honor our culture, uplift our students' voices, and remind us of the importance of representation every day. We saw all different types of genres. We saw yoga happening while he's doing the poem. I don't know how you did that breathing. But it's deeper than just us, right? We need to expand this and have more of our kids. So we're going to incorporate this probably into some curriculum stuff for next year and really push on making this the norm, making these events like this the norm. So looking at somebody next to you and say, shout out to you for being here.
Shout out for being here.
And shout out, look at the other person next to you and say, poetry is love, literacy is love.
Poetry is love, literacy is love.
And on that note, enjoy your food. God bless and good night.
in the budget. I can help with like I'm up for bringing my plate. I'm working on it.
Oh, I'm outside.
Tomorrow is going to be go time because they present in class tomorrow. This was like a present today. And you're good. No matter how
That's okay. Hi, I'm sorry.
Come on. Issues of intergenerational poverty. And in the midst of that, we have some of the smartest, most thoughtful, most creative, most entrepreneurial people in the world. Newark is comprised of families who are working.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you enjoyed it. The kids were great. The poetry was great. And I'll see you guys very soon. Don't forget, follow on every platform at btdllc. If you need anything custom printed or embroidered, go ahead and hit us up, and we'll definitely be more than happy to assist you. Have a great night, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.